Southeast Georgia and the Lowcountry. This is WJCL 22 Morning News. See us now.
Well, in a matter of hours, the Alec Murdaugh murder trial resumes in Colleton County. Could Murdaugh himself take the stand? We've got the very latest.
Election probe indictments. Just how many people could be charged for attempting to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia?
3 dead, including a child and a TV news reporter in multiple shootings in a Central Florida neighborhood. The very latest from Orlando.
Today is the first full day a major bridge will be closed in Chatham County. How long it'll be closed and what detours are in place. We want to thank you so much for starting your day with us here on WJCL 22. Good morning. I'm Emma Hamilton.
And I'm Frank Solkowski, meteorologist. Jonathan Myers here as well. And not to steal a term from our good friend Jeremy Nelson.
Yes.
Suntastic?
I guess you could. No, it's going to be more clouds around today.
Oh.
Hot-tastic?
Warm one. How about that?
Warm-tastic. How about that?
I guess we'll call it that. Yeah, let's get right to it this morning. Starting things off into the 60s this morning, and temperatures this afternoon will be mid-80s. A record high later this afternoon will be possible. I think we will hit a record high in Savannah today. 3 o'clock temperature 86 with a mix of sunshine and clouds this afternoon. 76 at 6 o'clock. No rain in the forecast across coastal Georgia, low country. All the rain is well to our north, and here's that forecast for today. Starting things off this morning, it'll be dry. Like I said, warm this afternoon, maybe a shower or two tomorrow. I'll track that out in future casts, and also looking ahead to the upcoming weekend in less than 10 minutes.
Mr. Murdaugh, do you hope to testify this week?
Have you made up your mind yet?
Now, even though Murdaugh did not answer our Brooke Butler, we did get some new insight in court. We heard from another friend of Murdaugh and an investigator who claims that the murder scene wasn't properly handled. That's
right. We want to go ahead and get out to our Brooke Butler now with much more from court on Wednesday.
Before the jury was brought in the courtroom Wednesday morning, the defense told the judge that Alec Murdaugh is considering taking the stand, but he has some concerns.
One of the issues that has come up is the scope of cross-examination that the state would be permitted to go into should he testify.
Wednesday morning, defense attorney Jim Griffin asked Judge Newman to limit what the state could ask their client Alec Murdaugh should he choose to take the stand. But Newman refused to make a ruling.
For the court to issue some blanket order limiting the scope of cross-examination, that's unheard of to me.
After this was settled, the jury was brought into the courtroom and the defense called Mark Ball to the stand. He's a former law partner and friend of Alec Murdaugh's.
How long have you known him?
34 years.
Ball told the jury he went to the Moselle property the night someone shot and killed Murdaugh's wife Maggie and son Paul.
I got there about 10:50, 10:52, something like that.
In his testimony, Ball cast further doubt on the integrity and preservation of the crime scene. He told the jury law enforcement personnel never blocked off the entrances to the Moselle property that night, despite him asking them to do so.
What happened?
People just kept piling in.
He also testified some of Paul's remains were still at the murder scene after law enforcement personnel told him they had everything they needed.
There was a piece of Paul's skull about the size of a baseball laying there.
Did that upset you?
It did, very much. I mean, it just really infuriated me.
But during cross-examination, Ball admitted even though he had always thought Murdaugh was a family man, he later realized after learning of his alleged financial crimes, he never really knew him.
He was pretty good at hiding who he really was, wasn't he?
Obviously.
And going back to Murdaugh possibly testifying, I did ask a source close to the case whether they think Murdaugh will still testify, given the judge did not grant the defense's motion. They told me they think it's still very likely. Reporting in Colleton County, I'm Brooke Butler, WJCL 22 News.
All right, thanks so much, Brooke. Now you can stream the trial live on our website, WJCL.com, or you can watch it on the go by downloading the WJCL 22 News app. Hey, go ahead and make sure to download that very local app as well. There you can watch anything you might have missed from our newscast, including testimony from friends and relatives of the Murdaugh family. Well, prosecutors in Atlanta will issue indictments in connection to efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election. It's just a question of how many, according to people familiar with discussions inside the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. A special grand jury in Georgia spent months investigating former President Donald Trump and his allies. The panel's foreperson implied more than a dozen indictments are recommended, including, quote, the big name. Ultimately, it's up to District Attorney Fani Willis to decide which indictments to pursue. Sources say her team currently evaluating all evidence.
I think that by choosing to have a grand jury, by choosing to impanel regular people, they very specifically chose to avoid politics, to take bias out of the question.
Now, the former president has repeatedly denied any wrongdoing regarding the matter and claims the investigation was politically biased.
This morning, 3 people are dead after a gunman went on a day-long shooting spree just south of us in Orlando, Florida. A young girl and a journalist are among those killed. ABC's Andrew Dimbert reports on where police are with the investigation this morning.
To be advised, we're getting multiple gunshot wound calls in the Hialeah Street area.
Tragedy in Central Florida after sheriff's deputies say 3 people were killed in a shooting spree, including a 9-year-old girl and a TV journalist covering one of the initial shootings.
So I want to acknowledge what a horrible day this has been for our community and our media partners.
Condolences from other journalists pouring in overnight. Investigators say a news photographer and a reporter for Spectrum News were on the scene of a homicide investigation in an unmarked vehicle when the gunman returned to the scene and shot them. One of the journalists was killed. Officials say the gunman then ran into a nearby home before shooting a mother and her 9-year-old girl.
No one in our community, not a mother, not a 9-year-old, and certainly not news professionals, should become the victim of gun violence in our community.
19-year-old Keith Melvin Moses was arrested, charged with the killings. No word overnight on a motive. Authorities say Moses has a lengthy criminal history that includes aggravated battery, assault with a deadly weapon, and gun charges. Meanwhile, Spectrum News releasing a statement overnight saying, "We are deeply saddened by the loss of our colleague and the other lives senselessly taken today. This is a terrible tragedy for the Orlando community." The mother of that 9-year-old girl and the other Spectrum News crew member are in critical condition in the hospital as police try to determine what was behind the suspect's rampage. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Back here at home this morning, traffic trouble is expected in our area as a major bridge is closed.
Yeah, of course, we're talking about the Dean Forest Bridge. Work started last night around 7 o'clock, and that bridge expected to reopen sometime Sunday night. We want to go ahead and get out to our Nakaya Carrera, who is live out there this morning. And Nakaya, what are you seeing? I know this is going to create a lot of traffic headaches for us the next couple days.
Yeah, that's right, Frank and Emma. This is one of the heaviest traveled roads in our area. And actually, in the last half hour, I want to show you, we're actually seeing more people traveling this road for their morning commute. And when you are coming to Dean Forest, if you're trying to cross that bridge, you are getting put right onto I-16. You will not be able to cross Dean Forest as crews are out here working all day long. Truck drivers are some of the main ones who cross this bridge as it leads them to and from the port. But over the next few days, this area is off limits as crews are working to widen the lanes to ease traffic. We actually spoke with the Georgia Department of Transportation, who says this is part of an improvement project, which also includes I-16.
Part of this project, we're going from one bridge at the interchange to 2. So this 96-hour closure allows us to finish up asphalt and concrete to actually switch drivers over to the first new bridge, which is basically east of where they're traveling now. So they've been able to see it being built on the side. So once things are done Sunday night into Monday, you'll be traveling in a similar capacity that you are now. You'll just be on a brand new structure.
Now, if you typically travel this area, not just in the morning, there are alternate detours like Chatham Parkway or Pooler Parkway exits, because if you try to come across Dean Forest, as we're seeing now, you will be put on directly to I-16, and you're probably not looking to get put onto I-16. So, guys, a lot of traffic headaches this morning. Back to you.
Yeah.